It's national meets regional. Welcome to Sidewalks Entertainment, the long-running celebrity, music, and art series. Join us now for an exciting new path to celebrity interviews, music, rising talents, and much, much more.
Our guest today has captivated audiences with a variety of impressive comedic and dramatic roles in both television and film. She is acting in the critically acclaimed, multiple award-winning Amazon original series, Transparent. I'd like to welcome the lovely Amy Landecker to the show. Amy, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Well, really quick, I like to flash back with my guests. So let's flash back to the time you became interested in acting. Where were you, and what was it that fueled your passion, or was this always your passion?
My dad was a disc jockey when I was growing up, so I actually thought I wanted to go into broadcasting first. And I went to school for broadcasting, and I got out of school, and I ended up getting an internship at Steppenwolf Theater in Chicago, and it just kind of changed the trajectory of my life. I started directing in Chicago theater and performing on stage, and one thing led to another, and a play that I did in Chicago went to New York, and then a play that I did in New York came to LA. So I'm very late to all of this on-camera stuff and on-camera acting, but it's been, so I'm definitely like the exception to the rule of Hollywood.
Oh, wow, really?
I moved here when I was 40, so most people, retire when they're 40, so it's been really kind of a huge blessing and a surprise. And a lovely, lovely, lovely surprise.
Speaking of being 40, by the time you were discovered or actually making it in acting, you were doing voiceovers and stage work and films, but you finally made the move to LA, I think it was around your late 30s.
Yeah.
For you, was it easier to expand your career being in Hollywood?
I actually feel like coming later helped me because I didn't have a lot of expectations, and I had established myself as a voiceover actor, so I wasn't poor. I've had some wonderful clients that have sustained me through the years and allowed me to explore my dream. I was very, very fortunate to get into that part of this. So I mean, when I first got here, I actually paid. There's you can take classes with casting directors out here, and I really wanted to be on Mad Men, so I took a class with Carrie Audino, and I actually ended up getting pulled in and auditioning for Matt Weiner, and my first job in LA was a guest star on that show. So the city definitely opened up its arms to me, and it's been a huge gift, and yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know what? As being an actor and also being in the same industry as you, the acting kind of comes with the territory. I've tried it, and I've had friends that are actors, and I hear that, we all have mixed feelings about auditioning. Maybe it's a love-hate relationship. But for you, what is it for you? How do you feel about auditioning?
Oh, absolutely. Auditioning is like the worst. It's like, it's the opposite of what it's kind of like, if you can get through that, that's how you get the job, is to prove that you can get through that. I did finally sort of stop. I think when I was younger and I was auditioning, I felt like I had to, I was trying to figure out what they wanted. And at some point, I think also with age, realizing that what I really could do and what I should do is show them what they want, to bring my own perspective, to actually perform in the audition as if it was my job and my time to play it, and not to try to figure out what they were looking for. And when I loosened that up, that's when it became more fun, but yeah, it's most actors, it's a torture. There's no question about it.
Yeah, it is. You walk out of your auditions probably with the hand to your head thinking, what just happened, right?
I mean, I basically say to people, like, you go on a job interview, you hope you only go once every few years, maybe once every 10 years. Job interviews are stressful. We go on job interviews, several times a day, several times a week. It's that kind of level of stress. So it's a hard place to feel creative and free. And if you can figure that out, you're golden.
Amy, I wonder, is there one job you wanted that maybe that you auditioned for that you really wanted, and can you share that experience?
Gosh,
I'm sure there's many of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think my first screen test was actually with Paul Reiser I will say the funny thing is the first big on-camera job I got was with the Coen brothers in a movie called A Serious Man. And I think part of why I got that job was because I had absolutely no expectation of getting the job. I was like, well, I'll never, in a million years, I won't get this job. I wasn't even like nervous about it. I was like, there's just no way. I mean, I have no film credits. They don't know who I am. There's just no way I'm going to get this. And the funny thing is I had to do a nude scene on camera, and again, didn't think anything of it because I would never, ever, ever get it. And the first thing I thought, not like, oh my God, I got a Coen Brothers movie, was like, oh no, oh no, I got it. Now what? Now I have to be naked on camera. Yeah, that was pretty scary. But then my second experience was really great. It was with Paul Reiser. I was going to play his wife on an NBC sitcom, and I had the most wonderful time playing with him and improvising, and then we got canceled after 2 weeks on the air. So that was another Hollywood lesson of like, you just never know, you never know. You just got to go for the ride.
Well, transitioning here, let's talk about Amazon's Transparent. Wow, it is so critically acclaimed, and it's winning many awards. For those of us who haven't seen it yet, or for some of us, tell us about your character and the show.
Yeah, Sarah Pfefferman is the oldest daughter of the Pfefferman clan, and the show starts with finding out in season 1 that Maura Pfefferman, who is our parent, was Mort Pfefferman for most of her life, and she comes out to the family that she's a trans woman and she wants to live authentically as a woman in the world. And it's based on a true story of our creator, Jill Soloway. And so basically, Sarah is the oldest daughter who I think realizes that her own sort of sexual orientation that was always kind of on a spectrum makes a little more sense to her when she finds out about her parent. There's these sort of like secrets in the family, and so I think everyone starts to try to live a little bit more authentically, and she's sort of discovering who she is and how she wants to live, and she tries all kinds of different formations. I do a lot of exploring on this show. Yes.
We had Tig Notaro on Sidewalks.
Oh, I love Tig.
I know, Tig's incredible. You have so many incredible stars working on Transparent. Jeffrey Tambor and Judith Light, also incredible talents. What was it like working with these people on set?
It's insanely funny and moving. They're all really like true-hearted and funny people. And there's really, honestly, I can tell you without any kind of, sugarcoating that this is one of the nicest groups of people I'll ever work with in my whole life. There's not a bad egg in the group. And Tig, oh my God, I could spend every day just listening to her talk. She is one of the funniest people I have ever met in my life. So, and we also have an extended family. Catherine Hahn's going to be on I Love Dick, and Tig has her show, and Amazon's. We're becoming a one big family, and I love that it's getting bigger and bigger every year.
Well, it's an amazing show. We're really excited about Transparent and all the success it's having. Much more continued success to you, Amy, and all of your endeavors in acting. We really look forward to seeing much more of you, and I hope that you get to come back to Sidewalks and share more of what you're up to.
Thank you. It was great to talk to you.
Thanks so much for being here.
Bye.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.